Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Aifa.S binti Supandi. My metric number is CD220053. So I would like to present my part, which is introduction. Dynamic is the study of bodies motion. The general field of dynamic consists of two major, which is kinematics and kinetic. So then, the inclined plane that we are used for this mini project determine the velocity, acceleration, and the time taken for the object to slide down the plane. Therefore, the force required to move an object up the inclined plane is less than the weight being raised in the steeper the incline. The more force required approaches the actual weight. Then, um, always at least two forces acting upon any object that is positioned and the force of gravity weight act in a downward direction, yet the normal force act in a direction perpendicular to the surface. The next point that I would present is objective for this mini project. Yeah, the first one is to investigate what factor affect the final velocity and acceleration of the box sliding down the inclined plane. The second one is applying kinematics and conservation of energy equation in this mini project. Third, to find the coefficient of friction between two surfaces on an inclined plane. The fourth, to find gravity and study its relation with angle of inclination. Lastly, to investigate the forces play on a body resting on an inclined plane. So, thank you. Pass to the next member.
Hi, my name is Nur Shafika binti Hussein. My matric number is CD220041. Okay, I will talk about case study. Okay, we choose to do box falling in inclined plane. Okay, an object placed in titled surface are often slide down the surface. The phase rate at which the object will slide down is also the rate at which the object slide down the surface is dependent. In physics, a titled surface is called an inclined plane. Objects are known to accelerate down inclined plane because of an unbalanced force. The force on the box is gravity, friction, and the reaction of the plane. The reaction of the plane is the key. Gravity has a component in the y direction and will cause the object to fall through the plane if not the reaction. The plane is a rigid object. That means when a force tries to deform it, it pushes back with just another force to prevent the deformation. An object sitting on it will not penetrate the surface. On the other hand, the plane will not push back strongly enough to lift the object off the surface. Okay, next is about methodology. Okay, for this case, for this case study, our group decided to divide a simple problem relate to real life problem. This is to get better understanding about how an object mass impact its kinematic as it's rolled down an inclined plane. We created an inclined plane with a inclination of 40 degree and a fixed distance of 25 centimeter. We decided to use two box in a mass of 0.5 kg and 0.8 kg respectively. Measure that extending element like friction and air resistance do not alter the readings. The material of the ball and the box of the incline are mainly content. First, 0.5 is placed at the slope. The ball is pushed down, push from the top to the down nicely. The same procedure repeated for the 0.8 kg box. At the end of the experiment, we will know the normal normal force, kinetic energy, constant acceleration, and force generated by gravity. Next, I will talk about the value we are going to find. First is normal force. Normal force formula is M, mass, gravity times cos theta. Normal force is a contact force that is perpendicular to the surface that an object touches. Second is kinetic energy. For kinetic energy, the formula is 1 over 2 mass uh, velocity square. Kinetic energy is energy of object has result from its movement. Third is constant acceleration. For constant acceleration, the formula is ma. The three kinematic equation may be integrated for the exceptional situation if constant acceleration to produce high useful equation. Lastly is velocity. For velocity, the formula is u square plus 2as. After calculated the acceleration, the velocity can determine by using equation of motion with constant acceleration. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Nur Fatihah binti Muhammad Rizal. My matric number is CD220048. For my part, I will explain about the calculation and analysis. For this mini project, we use two different bulk with different mass. The first one is 0.5 kilogram and the other one is 0.8 kilogram. The angle for inclined plane is 40 degree, and we need to find the normal force and acceleration. For normal force, we use mg cos theta, which is mg is referred to mass time with gravity cos 40 degree. The next one is acceleration. To find acceleration, we need to use formula force divided by mass equal to A. A is referred to acceleration. Next step for the calculation is to find velocity and kinetic energy. For velocity, we use formula v squared equal to u squared plus 2as. A is referred to acceleration and s is referred to distance. For kinetic energy, the formula is half time with mass time with velocity square. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Hazwani binti Asmahadi. My matric number is CD22012. My part in mini project is discussion. When a box slides down and incline the plane, it experiences gravity pulling it downwards and friction opposing its motion. The angle of the incline affects how this force acts. The box accelerates down in the incline if there is no friction, but friction slows it down. The box motion can be analyzed using equation from Newton's law of motion is F equal ma, and the angle of the incline determine the acceleration. The conservation of mechanical energy can be applied to understand change in potential and kinetic energy. Overall, this scenario helps us understand how forces and motion work in real life situation. Thank you.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Shakira binti Abdul Hadi. My matric number is CD220054. In conclusion, when a box slides down an inclined plane, it accelerates due to the component of gravity parallel to the plane. As it moves, the box reaches a state of equilibrium when the force of friction balance the weight component along the incline. The speed at which the box slides depends on the angle and length of the plane. However, factors like air resistance and surface rawness can impact its motion. By understanding the interplay between gravitational and frictional force, we can analyze and predict the behavior of the box as it moves along the incline. That's all from me. Thank you.